So you find yourself on a professional licensing board attached to the Montana Department of Labor and Industry. What are you supposed to do? The state assigns boards to oversee professions the state believes require regulation to protect the health and safety of the public. Board members then are tasked with determining what constitutes safe, competent practice by people licensed in those professions, then setting and enforcing those standards. This can include things like exams, accreditation, continuing education, and professional conduct. Basically, as a board member, you have one job: regulate to protect the public. How to maintain a public protection mindset. Boards are made up of professional members and public members. Professional members have expertise in the profession because they are licensees themselves. They know best what could cause harm and what is required for safe practice. If you're a professional member, don't think, "How would I do that?" Think, "What are all the ways that could be done safely and effectively?" Your job is to identify the requirements for safety and competence in terms of engaging in practice. Public members are outsiders, having no association or vested interest in the profession. They bring to the board the lay perspective of the consumer, the client. If you're a public member, focus on how you perceive or feel about the standards in place. Would you feel confident getting services under those standards? You're tasked with bringing up what concerns the public might have. Since neither you nor the public have the background knowledge professional members rely on, public members especially help the board keep its core purpose in mind: protect the public. Establish the record. Since everything you do is in service to the public, whether it's reviewing applications, hearing complaints, or setting rules, part of your job is keeping the public up to speed. Public trust is part of public safety. Even if your regulations are perfectly safe, if the public doesn't understand why, they might feel fear and anxiety. Bringing the public along can be just as important as regulating the professionals. Unlike in the private sector, where a board of directors controls a whole organization and has closed meetings with private minutes, your board is not a board of directors. Your board is a state regulatory board, meaning all board meetings must be open to the public, not only so the public can observe, but so they can participate. Portions of meetings can only be closed to protect a person's privacy or discuss litigation strategy with counsel. Since the board has limited authority under the control of the legislature and governor, who are elected by the public, your one purpose, to protect the public, means the public must be provided a public record. Audio recordings of meetings are posted in full, and all board records are available on request, including emails from your personal accounts if they involve board business. Everyone has the responsibility of establishing the record. Even if the whole board is in agreement, cover the opposite viewpoint so the public can understand and trust the board's reasoning. Board officers. Your board's presiding officer helps manage meeting flow by recognizing speakers in turn and moderating discussion with reminders and time limits. They also track motions to keep everyone organized and clarify the outcome of votes. Outside of meetings and as needed, they also work with staff to choose agenda items, prepare how to handle sensitive discussion topics, assign board members to panels and committees, and finalize board decisions by signing final orders. The vice presiding officer is the presiding officer's understudy, ready to step in at a moment's notice if the presiding officer is absent. Executive officers and attorneys are not board members but are there to help with procedures and legal questions as needed. Good behaviors. No matter your role, here are some useful behaviors you can cultivate. Prepare. Make sure you can access meeting materials and have them ready at hand. Spend time familiarizing yourself with the cases, applications, and topics on the agenda. Learn your board's statutes and rules and how to navigate them efficiently. Participate. Speak up and share your perspective. It's why you're here. Ask questions. Ask for the board to explain its rationale or an applicant to explain their experience. Ask staff to explain procedure or counsel. Give legal advice. Cooperate. Listen. Allow others to speak, consider their perspective, and delay making judgments until all evidence has been presented. Stay on topic and keep things moving. Prompt others to do the same. Make motions. If discussion has run its course, call the question. Vote. You're expected to vote on all matters unless you have a conflict of interest. Communicate with staff. Missing a meeting can result in lack of a quorum. Knowing this in advance can allow the board to reschedule, which is mindful of everyone, your fellow board members, staff, people on the agenda, and members of the public who want to participate. On the other hand, don't contact other board members or discuss board business outside of board meetings. Open meeting laws prohibit discussions without opportunity for the public to participate. In general, just stay engaged in good faith. Respectful dissent is good because it helps the board make better decisions. Expressing a diversity of opinions also lets the public know their interests are being considered carefully. Votes don't have to be unanimous. So remember, board member, everything you do is for the public and must be on the public record. Rely on your expertise, but regulate for competence, not excellence. Maintain an attitude of good faith. Familiarize yourself with the rules and statutes. And when in doubt, ask. You don't have to know everything. That's why staff is here to help. Staff can always provide guidance and help you find answers. Likewise, if someone from the public asks you a question and you aren't confident in the answer, direct them to us. If you're interested in more detail, here are some good places to start.